What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the song Meteor Shower by Cavetown. Real quick before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Capo, 5th fret. We start with a C major 7 chord. To play a C major 7, we're going to take our 3rd finger and place it on the 3rd fret of our A string. Our middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D string. And that's the strumming pattern. We have a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then we're going to play a C major chord. We're going to place our 1st finger on the 1st fret of our B string. See how I play that down like halfway through the strumming pattern? You place your 1st finger down on the 1st fret of your B string. Then we go to a D major chord. To play a D major, we're going to place our index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E. And then we go to a G major chord, which is going to be our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, our index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, our 3rd finger way down here on the 3rd fret of our B string, and our pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. So far we have a C major 7, to C major, D major, to G. Then we have a D minor 7. To play a D minor 7, we're going to put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and then bar with our index finger across the 1st fret of our B and high E strings. And that one gets the full strumming pattern, so you just stay D minor 7, D minor 7. So we have C major 7, C major, D, G, D minor 7, and then we go back to C major 7, C major, and that whole thing repeats. That gets us into the chorus. The chorus has a very simple chord progression, starting with a C major chord, which we already discussed, to a G, which we also already discussed, to an A minor. To play an A minor chord, we're going to place our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and our index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. Then we have an F major chord. The way I'm playing this F major chord is with my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, my pinky on the 3rd fret of the D string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B. So we have the strumming pattern is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and we just switch chords there. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, right? Basically that happens 4 times. So play the chorus with me. So that drops us back into like an interlude, which is the same as the intro, a verse, which is also the same as the intro, a chorus, and then we have the bridge. The bridge starts with an A minor chord, and we go 4 times through that strumming pattern. So we have a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then we switch chords to an F major, to a C, then the G, we have a G major chord, but it splits a bar with E add 9. So we have the G major chord. And then right here, we split it with E add 9, which is your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, your first finger on the 1st fret of your G string, and then with our pinky finger, we're going to play the 4th fret of our D string. It's a beautiful chord. So we have A minor, F, C, G, E add 9, and that repeats 4 times. Do that with me. And then the last chorus, the first half of it, we just strum each chord once. So we have C, G, A minor, F. Do that again. C, G, A minor, F. Then you go back.